Hello everybody. Welcome to this shitty stream. Today we will be looking at how to beat my seed. I will give link for seed after stream is done. You asses. Fucking. Now the first thing we want to know is how do you make netherite? Like, how do you make netherite sword? How do you make netherite sword? Well, what you want to do is you want to go to random recipes, and you want to get something pretty cool, because netherite Leather Booth recipe crafts netherite sword smithing, which means we're gonna need leather, and leather is dropped from something. I don't know what though. Oh yeah. No. Found it. What does leather drop? What is leather? So leather or a cow drop or cow actually leather. We need 4 leather. So we look here, we could find that leather we need to break a red bed open for a leather worker gift, because in order to get a red, so I want you guys to write this down. We just look in the notepad, a notepad. Notepad. We can see that a leather worker gift. Now, you're going to have to craft a lot of red beds, because there could be a chance that we want netherite pickaxe. We want netherite sword smithing. But anyways, I need to show you. So a leather worker gift has the drop of a leather worker gift is dropped by a red bed. Just to test out the gifts that are from the red bed, I will be as you can see, we placed down a few of these. We won't get the gift. Now, that's not saying that we can't get leather. There is a way to get leather. just how do we? Now, I think what we need to do is enchant ourselves with Silk Touch. We'll get lime stained glass panes. These don't really do anything, do they? But we do have some other things though. Such as if we craft these boots, we can get anything. Because we're going to have to give ourselves a lot of advancements. Specifically everything. I'm talking but that's still not enough. Well, then we gotta go drastic measures. Because leather boots recipe crafts them. So what's the recipe for leather boots? Apparently we can't find it. However, we can find something. We can find something pretty funny. Because next is the Netherite Axe. The Netherite Axe campaign. Which iron chestplate recipes crafts Netherite Axe. In order to get iron though, we need to do a lot of things. We need 9 iron, we need 8 iron to craft the thing. So we go up, down. Oh yeah, that's right. We also need raw iron. Or we need to do something else. Iron ingots. Iron ingots recipe is a endstone brick stairs from endstone stone cutting, which means we're going to need endstone brick endstone. That's easy enough on itself, but endstone however, endstone drops from light blue beds. So that means you're going to need a light blue bed. Now remember, this drop. Now remember, we're not even there. Yeah, yet, and it's already getting a little complicated. Light blue bed drops from a red stained glass pane, which again we're going to need silk touch for. Remember, this is for a netherite axe. Now, the red stained glass pane drops from a grass block, which is fairly easy. All we need to do is grab the grass. All we need to do is just grab the grass block. But there's something. How do we get grass blocks? Well, you still get chiseled sandstone, that's the thing. Oh, wait, I'm probably looking at the wrong thing. Well, that is the case, then I'm sorry for all that. Since this is random recipes, we have to see where the netherite axe comes from. But in order to do that, I have to go look at here, which means cheat sheet. We get a lot of that. Next is the random recipes, which of course means another cheat sheet to open. Now we're ready to roll. Now, of course, we have to get rid of all these other cheat sheets. You know, the ones that we did already read and were not accurate. Instead, we want to leave 2 cheat sheets open. Specifically this one, which we want a netherite axe, which is purple concrete powder's recipe. Now, purple concrete powder, how do you get it? Place 4 sand, 4 gravel, and 1 purple dye in the 3x3 crafting grid. However, we're going to find out what makes sand, what makes gravel, and what makes purple dye. Now, of course, we're going to have to do something. This something is pretty obvious. We're going to check if this is actually true, of course. It does. It does work. That's how you make a netherite axe. First of all, we have to get the main thing that we need. The sand. Which, unless you're a crazy person, I don't think sand is on your... is on your agenda unless you needed to craft something. Well, of course, we're gonna have to do that. Because in order to do this, gravel. Gravel drops from light gray concrete powder. In order to make light gray concrete powder, you're going to need weeping vines. Which, remember, do not destroy the weeping vines plant straight away once you put it on the ground, because then you will not get what you want. Which is pretty bad. I mean, imagine going through all that. Then again, we're not even done. But how do you get the weeping vines plant? You need yellow carpets. After getting yellow carpet, you're going to need something. But how do you get yellow carpet? Yellow carpet you can get from a warped door. But since it's a block, it can be mined. Since it's something, it can be mined. So if we go up, we can see that it goes from a smooth quartz slab. Now, if you wanted to simplify this process, which I don't blame you for doing at all, you notice that because light gray concrete powder is something in itself. Light gray concretes but you'll need a gold ingot for getting light gray concrete powder for gravel. So there's two methods now. Now getting gold ore and coal, or getting all this, which your next goal is either to get yellow carpet or warped door or smooth quartz. Now yellow carpet is something which quartz bricks recipe crafts yellow carpet. Then light gray stained glass recipe. Glass recipe is needed to make warped doors. quartz bricks recipe is 4 blocks of quartz. So that means you would need 4 quartz, and for the light gray stained glass recipe, you need 8 glass and 1 light gray dye in order to get warped doors, which you can break into yellow carpets and then turn into weeping vine plants. Smooth. In order to get smooth quartz slab, though, is gold ingot from smelting nether gold ore. So you would need nether gold and coal. Now, if you want to take things on the more technical side, you can still see what the smooth quartz slab comes from. I don't know why you'd be doing that, but go ahead. Now, this thing drops from a stronghold crossing. Now, what is a stronghold crossing? Be right back, guys. am back. Testing. Yeah, so I am back. It's time for me to, do some things, but yeah. So we put the bamboo stick. Now, as you can see, you want to find a stronghold. So that means you're going to have to locate a stronghold, or you're going to have to get Eyes of Ender. That will be explained as well in the stream. That means and then you'll be teleported here. Now digging far enough, I should probably turn on. Digging far enough, we can see that we're gonna get something. Beep, 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 da, 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 da. Now, of course, you can hear zombie sounds. That's good. Good. Now with the netherite, pickaxe in hand, there's still some gold because you're going to need a silk block out all that water from coming in. Use any blocks you have. Since this place provides a wide variety of blocks, it's pretty obvious what you'll see. If you've gotten to this seed, you can know that this seed is really rare. This thing has a light blue candle. Now, if we look into the game mode survival, we'll find stuff. For one, that gate. That light blue candles drop exposed cut copper stairs. These bad boys drop pink carpets. And pink carpets drop nothing. But your main goal is to get to the stronghold ender portal. Which if you've got a warp spawn like mine, then you know that'd be a little bit hard. However, doing it is going to be live. And as you can see, if you smooth sandstone tower, it might seem a bit hard. Especially when you've got these little ankle biters at your display. Then you can finally kill them and get ladders. These bad boys are pretty useful. Ladders can give you calcite. calcite gives you copper. Specifically wax oxidized copper. These guys give you mossy stone bricks, which give you stone bricks. Stone bricks gives you beautiful magenta terracotta. And magenta terracotta gives you this. Warp fungus in a pot. You then get brown wool from that. Breaking the brown wool reveals pot. Place down the pot and you'll get chiseled slate. After breaking that, you'll notice that you get something else. More crazy. Something like a genuine in a thing. But you might notice that that's the end of the chain. Now, if you really want to look, you'll see that you really need to you'll really have to give yourself like, for example, with this iron door, it will give you cornflowers. Pretty weird, if you ask me. That's not all the things weird about this, however. Because when mining the door, you get a lot of good drops. The funny thing, though, is that you can get creepers to blow up a maple and kill a skeleton with said creepers. And they'll drop green candles. Why are these important? Simply because you can get magenta concrete. And it's much better. But once you find the stronghold connection, which is right here, you'll notice that there's nothing. Why is that? Well, I think you gotta break the chest. It only reveals melon seeds. So, you've gotta find another stronghold connection. These bad boys are pretty hard to find, especially when lava's underneath you in every pathway. Just ventured out of Grand Stronghold, well, you're not getting out of that mess. Because in order to get out of this mess, you have to run. And quick. Because fire resistance won't last forever, and if you want to do something, you gotta do it quick. Now, noticing this, you'll notice that there's in fact, there are a lot of holes, including the notorious As you can see, you're probably stuck. However, there's no worries, because you'll eventually find your way out of that hole. And finally, you'll find something in the court stairs that you didn't even know was possible. Like how stone doesn't reveal anything, or how cobblestone bricks reveals crying obsidian. How does that happen? I don't know. Break open crying obsidian to see what's inside that. It reveals prismarine. Prismarine reveals small amethyst buds. These bad boys reveal white candles. And white candles reveals a bunch of loot. Now, what you're going to have to do is keep searching. Because that one stronghold connection is not going to find itself. You had to find a very special stronghold connection. Stronghold connection that goes here, but you won't find it easily. In fact, it's pretty tough to find, especially with this, you could deem this challenge impossible, but by the straight luck that you do find something like that in these hallways, it will be a day, because what these things require is what you acquire after mining one of these bad boys is pretty grand. One thing you do acquire is something like this. Gravel. Especially for that beautiful netherite pickaxe. So after finding some, which is pretty rare to find, rare to find. But if you somehow found 14 of these bad boys, then you're in for a lucky day. Place those bad boys on the ground like so, and you'll then get nothing. Could it be? Well, can't. This is smooth. Netherite pickaxe then doesn't drop anything. This is a loss. After finding netherite, but if you found the nether gold for a warped door, and you find 14 of those instead, you then get if you're lucky enough to find the nether gold thing required for the warped door, you'll then get yellow carpets. Pick up those yellow carpets like so. And oh boy, will they be useful to you. After getting 14 of those, place them down like so. Move anything that's in the way. And you'll notice that normally you use an end. But when mining these bad boys with silk cut pickaxe, it's the complete opposite. The only thing is that since these are weaving vines, we're going to need crimson nylon. because then we have to find Crimson. Specifically, Crimson Hyphae. Yep. I'm pulling out this. Crimson Hyphae will then give something else in mind. Because now you can place it on Weeping Vine. Which then, we dig it normally, nothing happens. And that's the thing. But if we let it grow for a while, then it will actually turn into something even better. See, when we let Weeping Vines grow, then we can get light gray concrete powder, which is the thing to get gravel. Doing that, pick up your beautiful light gray concrete powder. It'll take a while for you to scroll through the items, but once you've done it, guess what? You've acquired light gray concrete powder. A few light gray concrete powder later, and now you've got 14. Place them in an array like so. Anything else out of the way. And then finally, you'll get enough gravel in order to produce the beautiful you'll get enough items. So finally, you'll get enough items to finally get gravel. That's only our first half of our bit. Because there's also that's only a third of the crafting recipe. Because there's the second part of the crafting recipe, and that is something dangerous. Next is dirt. Dirt can be that bad, right? See, to find dirt, it drops from junk. Junk is a piglin trade, which means we're going to need gold. Now, as you can see, the piglin gives you pistons for now. Now, if we just give it gold, and the piglin becomes zombified. So, in order to stop that from happening, we have to make it a nether portal. because sometimes it will be junk, but sometimes it won't. That being said, you can find a lot of light gray concrete powder here, which means a lot of coal as well. So go ahead and summon in a piglin. These guys are hostile, so just toss some gold down. You'll get pistons. And more pistons, which you want to give a boost to the piglin, because the piglin will not drop pistons. Now, since that is needed, we have to go look at what junk is. What is junk? In my... It's actually a fishing terms. All we need to do is enter our nether portal to get to fish. Once done, now fish. But in order to do that, we're gonna have to get the hell out of here. So, if you can, tower a super big tower out of the ravine, or use creative mode to dig out. Now, what we want here is junk. That's all we want. We can get fishing rods. And we want junk. How do we get junk though? It's simple. Junk. If we go down, junk can be dropped from spruce leaves. Which means over there, over that spruce leaves thing, that means we can find junk. And junk drops dirt. Which means we can get dirt from those spruce leaves. Just game mode survival here. Just mine some of that stuff and you'll get junk. One block can be broken. Actually, no, I think the best. Here's the just result. Dirt. Now that you've done your dirt situation, it's time for the purple dye. Because of purple dye, we have to go look at the netherite axe recipe yet again. Netherite axes, netherite axes are made from purple concrete powder, which means we're going to have to make the purple dye recipe. Which, of course, is 1 lapis lazuli and 1 rose red. But we have something on our hands. See, when looking at this, if we just go over to the notepad, we can go here. And purple dye. Purple. that means that purple dye can drop? Well, actually, no. Purple dye is probably the only situation this would happen. Yeah, purple dye's crafting recipe is made by a sponge's recipe. So that's how you make purple dye. A sponge recipe. How do you make a sponge though? A sponge is made by getting a wet sponge and coal into the furnace. However, making a wet sponge is the thing. How do we get wet sponge? Now in order to stay here, we want to go down. Wet sponge drops from a village tannery. Which means we're going to have to find a village in which has a leather worksman's place. A tannery will give us wet sponges. Now, the only thing is that you're going to have to find a village and hope and pray that said village has a tannery. It's looking promising. With that out of the way though, we have to find a tannery. Finding a tannery is pretty tough, but if we look at farmland, then we can find the flowers that these guys can. There's an abandoned nether as well. Now, well, now the difficult thing about it is that it's hard to understand because this game is neat and it's hard to get accurate graphics. But when we find something, that's how over here. You can see that he's fairly slow. Now, we bring him over here. I just realized something. You know what this means? This actually means, you know, something about netherite. Netherite. And when I say netherite, now, dirt is pretty complex. The thing is that puzzle can't be affected by this either. So we're going to have to take our old friend the creeper and blow him up. You see that he also drops things. So, I wanted to do an experiment with the very first creative mode of this type of world. It was when we reload the world data, we can see that netherite was not that easy to find. In fact, it was probably the hardest thing to find ever. But if we looked even farther, we could find that the netherite pickaxe could be crazy. So, there's something to realize here. We can actually realize how this can work. Well, the simplest thing is that this was used for easy netherite. I use a notebook as sort of like a guide on how to get netherite. Now, we can see here that something bizarre is here. Now, if you can find a sandy location, then sense. However, deep sleep. Deep slate tile wall. Now, deep slate tile walls could be found using soul soil, but I'm a lazy asshole. But once you find deep slate, you'll get a big deep slate. Big drip leaf? What is the big drip leaf drop? Okay. He died. So, as you can see, we reset world data. We can find something like this. This was the world I spawned on. Now, getting out of the area would be crazy. So I decided to give myself a soul soil tile. Just to make sure this was the right world. And as a matter of fact, I was pretty confident about this world. And now success. Deep slate tile. Yeah, right. Yeah. This reveals that, and that reveals that. It's all coming together. Reveals andesite slab, that andesite slab sits stairs, which reveals a piglin fruit. Here's the tough part. We'd have to get this to drop a piglin brute. The piglin brute would drop young. But for that to happen, we'd have to get magenta stained glass. About 64 of the stuff. It would normally give us netherrack. But we're getting out this bad boy and it would give us warp and nihilium. Something very important to this run, but not very important to many others. Then getting warp nihilium revealed prismarine. Things are getting pretty notable now. Because now we had a dead and we'll get warp buttons. These warp buttons, they would reveal obsidian. What would the obsidian reveal? Let's have a look. Obsidian? Oh, they revealed something, let me tell you. It would reveal terracotta. Terracotta was really important to this run. Because then terracotta would reveal something known as a twisting vine plant. After breaking all the terracotta, which can also be found naturally, you can find twisting vines. Allow it to grow for a bit, and you'll get trap door. Yeah. Not what I was expecting either, but just give it a little time. But, as you can see, twisting vines can obviously turn into a twisting vines plant. And you'll get, and whenever twisting vines grow, you have to mine the lower half of it or you'll get a cage of wood. Instead, when you mine that though, there's another section. Next is getting warped slabs. Warped slabs will still reveal creeper heads, even if extra. Or, you know, slabs. So here we've reached the dead end. The creeper head would reveal Ensid treasure, but not sea lanterns. Sea lanterns would eventually reveal light gray banners. But after that, it finally happened. Could it? It couldn't have, would it? Remember, this was all to find one thing. At this point, we were getting pretty desperate, so at this point, I was getting pretty desperate, so I just started fisting things. and at this point, I was getting warped logs. I was happy at first, but then I decided to break it. And I got nothing but junk. Disgusting junk. Force dirt was next on my agenda. It dropped white concrete powder. This stuff, I don't know why I needed it. Until it revealed a nether brick fence, which revealed fucking nothing. Unless I would need, unless the white concrete, unless the nether brick fence was, unless the nether brick fence got creeper blown out. Glass to no avail. Unless you count this, which is just brown terracotta. That's another block. That's another block without a frenzy. Now, let's focus towards you. Red glass stained panes and green glass. Red stained glass and green panes. These two, I don't know what they needed either. I don't even know why we need them. Well, it gave me an observer, brown wool, and a candle. Broke open the candle, I got a birch planks. When I mined the birch planks, I got a tripwire hook. Doing that, I got a black gray stain pane, which then revealed endstone bricks. Then revealed oxidized copper, which I knew I was going to run into a bug any moment. Pink stained glass revealed string. Now, I could, in theory, take the string and do something with it, but there's brown wool to be broken. Acacia? Well, acacia served its purpose. Weathered hot copper would reveal more observers. These two would reveal pink, magenta glazed terracotta. Well, what happens when we do bamboo sticks? Simple. Literally fucking everything. Now when getting bamboo, I also got TNT. TNT turns into orange, which then turns into, what's that? Brown glazed terracotta. That then turns into oak stairs. Once we mine those, we can get petrified oak stairs? Spruce stairs. Once we get spruce, it was now string. And I could get some more string to craft a piece of wool. Or so I thought. In reality, I only crafted more glass stained paint, which did mean more orange candles, which meant more bamboo, which meant even more items. So I was sort of happy for it. After getting 2 birch planks, I got the bamboo. I got the tripwire hooks. Which revealed something. I don't know what. Now, what's red wool for? Red wool? That's simple. It drops crimson fence. But wait, what's the crimson fence drop? It drops nothing. Wait, not only drops magenta wool. Magenta wool drops hoppers. Hoppers. And since bamboo stalks were now growing at a fast pace, I want to see what's at the top. More loot. And with the crimson trapdoor, in sight, I wanted to see what I would get. A polished deep wall. I then got a quartz slab, which I could then turn into a bookshelf, which I then mined, that turned into a stone brick slab, that then turned into chiseled stone bricks, then stone brick walls, then crimson buttons, then birch fences, then finally into wither rose. That turned into a spruce fence, which I'm going to guess does nothing. No, it did something. Redstone lamp, which gave us polished blackstone buttons, which gave us a stone cutter, which we could mine there, and then we had to put azalea somewhere. The azalea would give us a white carpet. A white carpet, it would give us a crimson stem. Crimson stem. What would that give us? Simple. A dark oak button. We've gone so far into this arc now, it's not even capable. We're not even capable of saving anymore. Stuff is happening at an abnormally fast pace. And then I got lapis? For all my constraints, lapis. I was frustrated, pissed on me. And then I had to turn to another force. TNT. TNT would reveal orange concrete powder. All that orange concrete powder would reveal more slabs. Now the slabs would reveal something, I just didn't know what. They would reveal brown glazed terracotta. These guys would reveal oak stairs. The oak stairs would reveal wood stairs. Then I suggested I was a little tired, but my brain decided it was time to go the fuck on. We got the spruce stairs. Then I said this is taking too long. So, with my nether pickaxe almost gone at this point, and now I'm getting junk from this. Hopefully, maybe I could get ender pearls. I just figured out what gives me ender pearls. TNT drops. Wait. This does look a little unique. Wait, do you think they're piglin drops? I think they're piglin drops. Then I cut oxidized copper into oxidized copper stairs. They vanished. Dude, the cut copper stairs just vanished. So then I decided it was time to call it a day. Thank you guys for listening.